And we can get started.
Okay, I'm going to gavel this in. We are beginning our school board special session. And Andrew Kilstrom, will you call the roll?
Yes, Director Wyatt.
Here.
Director Vidal.
Here.
Vice Chair Sloop.
Here.
Chair Shoemaker.
Here.
Thank you.
Okay, so before we begin, I am going to note that the board in advance of this met in executive session under ORS 192.6602D to discuss a new collective bargaining agreement between OSEA Chapter 102 and the West Linn-Wilsonville School District. And this board meeting is for us to move further on that, and I'm going to turn this over to Director Shyla Waldron from HR Director.
Thank you, School Board of Directors, for meeting this evening to consider our new collective bargaining agreement with our OSEA partners for the 2026 to 2028 school years. We want to start by thanking our OSEA bargaining team members, Mark Pearl, OSEA representative, Zoe Davis, David Benston, Jessica Lambert, and Andrea Waddell. We also wish to thank the district leaders who participated in negotiations on our bargaining team, Dr. Kathy Ludwig, Dr. Stephanie Clausen, Jeff Chambers, Christy Freeman, Dr. Barb Soyson, and Natalia Vitali. The bargaining process is a large time commitment, and we appreciate everyone that came together for all of the meetings to prepare for negotiations and the negotiation sessions. We met a total of 11 times starting April 13th with our final session on Wednesday, June 17th, 2026. During our negotiation process this year, OSEA experienced a change in leadership. The district is appreciative and grateful to Andrea Waddell, who is the new OSEA president, and Jessica Lambert, who is the new OSEA vice president, for stepping up into these new roles and continuing to move this important work forward. As a result, we were able to come to an agreement on a new contract for members before the start of the upcoming school year. We prepared and provided a memo to the board of directors ahead of this meeting that highlights the major language changes and the financial aspects of the new contract. And then I would be happy to respond to any questions that you have on the information provided to you in the memo.
So included in the memo is a potential motion. Why don't we start with a motion? Director Sloop?
All right. I move that we accept the 26-28 collective bargaining agreement between OSEA and the West Linn-Wilsonville School District.
We have a second?
Second. I'll second. Oh.
I'll recognize Director Salvaggio a second. And discussion. Director Salvaggio.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to echo what Ms. Waldron just said and thank the bargaining members of OSEA for recognizing the budget realities that we're in and bargaining in extremely good faith. I hope that we can find a way to make sure that when the budget cycle is back in its upswing, we don't forget that that they were willing to come to the table as they did, and that we can restore anything that needs restoring. I love that we are going to be looking into job description audits and clarifying responsibilities among classified staff. And I just, this is an optimal document in my mind. So thank you.
Director Vidal.
Yeah, I was hoping that Shyla could please walk us through Article 22 of the agreement.
Be happy to do that. So the district negotiated a 4% cost of living adjustment for the 26-27 school year with OSEA. And then we negotiated a 3.25% COLA adjustment for the 27-28 school year with agreed upon trigger language that should the state school fund for the next biennium from 2027 to 2029 be funded at $13.2 billion or more for K-12 public education funding, the district would provide a 4% increase of a cost of living adjustment instead of the 3.25%. We also are moving away from the PERS pickup, which this district has historically done, due to the fact that our OPSERP members, which are now over 75% of our staff members, the 6% when the employer pays it is not added to their salary when configuring their pension when they do go to retire. And we do now have OPSERP members retiring out from the district because the OPSERP began in 2003. And so we have been asked to switch from having the PERS pickup covered by the district to adding it to staff salaries, and it comes out of their wages directly. I'll also add, we did add language around Senate Bill 968, which pertains to new law that was passed around payroll deductions for under and overpayments and how you collect that those funds back. So we also added contract language with the association based on the new law.
Could you remind us about the percentage of employees that are in that tier 1 and tier 2?
It is less than 25% at this point.
Okay.
The tier 1 group is significantly smaller, but we do have a group in tier 2 still, but it is less than 25% of our total staff.
Thank you so much.
I will note that I appreciate the diligence of the district team and the unions team. I note that the bargaining began on April 13 and concluded by June 17, and there were 11 meetings. And I would just note that if you do the math, that's more than a meeting a week. So I appreciate the commitment to this and the hard work, and I know that that both sides work really hard for this, and I will certainly be voting in approval. If there's nothing further, Director Kihlstrom, you can call the vote.
Thank you. Director Wyatt?
Aye.
Director Salvaggio?
Aye.
Director Vidal?
Aye.
Vice Chair Sloop?
Aye.
Chair Shoemaker?
Aye.
Thank you.
The vote having passed unanimously, take this opportunity to thank Director Waldron again for your hard work in this. As a reward, you get to start again, I suppose. That's how it goes. Dr. Ludwig?
And well, I was just going to add that same sentiment. I just really want to appreciate the leadership of our director, Charlotte Waldron, through this whole process, making sure that meetings were scheduled, that folks had the materials that they needed, did a lot of research in between, a lot of data analysis so that we were always prepared. And while it wasn't one meeting a week, some of the meetings were like 4 hours long. And so they did feel like marathons at a time. But it did require a lot of diligence in being prepared and up to date with a lot of information. And I would also recognize that some of the items that we asked for in the contract, I appreciated our association being agreeable. And then, of course, as you noted, Director Salvaggio, the updating of those job descriptions was something that also had come forward from HR Director Waldron. In terms of, again, just being supportive of our employees and making sure that they had those types of documents available to them. So there were some mutually, I would say, items on there that both sides really wanted to make happen in this process. And that was one of them that HR Director Waldron brought forward to the team. So I want to thank her for always thinking about our employees and also thinking about systems that helps us function at our best.
All right. If there's nothing else, I think we can adjourn this meeting, and we'll see each other again real soon. All right, we're out.
Thank you. Thank you, board.
Thank you.